ya pese e ko hwidie mu asem no ha adwen se mampanyin se opeso of fight Galamsey na ne member of parliament ye allegedly ono ye involved in Galamsey only the tags amo makobo mampanyin sojafo a waseti omo up to fight Galamsey anopa ye din obi e boy Ebenezer Kwaku edu ono eye member of parliament e wo asutifi ye pese ye ko hwidiem na ye koje the rundown e di free ho na ye hwe ade e ko so ankasa wo hwe mfonyi e wo TV su ya obi oye hwidiem zongo chief ne ka e no de ma police for so mo fa soldier for no ko omo se ka ne nyina
wow
adanyam NAIMOS for no akọ broni krom ma wo hwidiem se Galamsey ko so no makọ akọ ni pa mienu krom ho for ne se da bi omo ma ye mfa sa ni pa ne nko.
How?
Galamsey site na why dia anopai say a member of parliament ne dia mampanyi omunyini free parliament as soon as possible. Ona onye scapegoat omunhwehwem na we a investigation within 1 day to establish say MP na ni dia beto dwa no ma hu say NDC for mpanyifo bebre postino a kire say ampa oye involved.
Wow.
Say allegation ni ye true a wo hwe ye Facebook wo a asema esi wo hwediem na nya asem kitoa. Soldier for no exercise the highest form of restraint. Tie. Last week na ye fire soldier ni wa hase wakobo obi. Se soldier for yo mo ko NAIMOS so mo ye so mo tututu a. Enke ebeku bi ba komo so beku mo. Na nka ne aye bloody. But soldier for ne mo maba so mo exercise the highest form of restraint. Hwemfonyi mu tu Galamsey. Mampanyi di soldier for aba ho ama soldier for na be chi se mu tu Galamsey. Oma chinipa tu di oma ko police station oma amu omo ahandi omu to the police station na mu no se yese MP ne na free kromo for so oma ba beje Galamsey no na monko na wo mampanyi se MP no enya wo mpu a you should be aware say Galamsey koso we area the fact
you
that
should even lead the task.
Yes, the fact that NAIMOS every haba broni kromo abehun say Galamsey koso no an indictment on you as an MP. I'm trying hard say beko hwidiem. Say yamano tena ho say onim hubi. Say onim hubi mpo na Galamsey kwaso on the constituency no ye de ne scapegoat. Obi a oya MP bia o government we mu no. Na ni bebre o Galamsey ho. Galamsey asem ne yemfa ni agro. Wutumi metena ha mewia o man sika. Ensan so enkwasai nsase na ye kan na o ka se ye bejeje wo so say wutu Galamsey. Galamsey de emfa mo ade ese nsuo na asat enti MP na owo ho no a ye body de Ebenezer Kwaku ado no yen hwehwem within 24 hours say in fact okan wo bi na okofa adom ne baaye say omoma fight ono ane government oya NDC MP say omo betu Galamsey oma be cheka mienu achi nipa mienu ade peso na ye de omako police station no ono ankasa atima agada nipa over 700 amomko ebu sojafo a abanya somo omo a asemo ye ni atiedi
obanye de edikan ni sa wo kai na nsen ya be 2 months ago sana a police for ko kuro bi so say wo mo kwa akwache Galamsey fo no mkokodru ho no Jerry wa he pekro ni di mame wo mo kokodru wa na ya to barrier
ye ni reporter wo hwedie mu ana ye wo reporter moma ye nkwa hwedie mu sesia aha
obaye kodru ho no mu na ya to barrier e wo kuro na nkwanti a ema ne mema nyina e stop police for ne say ye ma wo mu ntwam because ya babachi wo mu krofo ma e kwadane e friend say exchange of bullets e wo kuro mu ho eni 2 months o e na wo nsina kire say kuro mafo na wo mu nsuo e na wo mu no ba ye say no wo mu ani Galamsey no ho e na wo mu say nya MP allegedly a onu susu ye nebdik enti onu susu na ni je ho enu omu nyina ye enti ye ba be stop ya na ye stop ye meka say ye person nipa no moma wo ba be stop no ye ambushi wo mu. What is this? Enti ye ni abre bebre abanya du obetimi abanya du obetimi na sa atimamufo no momu no wo mani gide yakwaso no
mu tu Galamsey sika kakra mu benya enti mu se nsase ni nsu abanya set committee na omo ba na mo no makwa omachi nipa omo de omko police station na nka ye shoot and kill na mo mako police station ho kobu soldier for no mo fight Galamsey no nti da bia ye kase soldier for no ntimi fight a won de timamufo no bi so ye enti No, I think we want to go down to Ridium. Manko Ridium, I cannot proceed with the show because we have to find out. Yeah, in Galamsey Assembly Biana, ABSC, the biggest issue under President Mahama fighting Galamsey in here. This to me, say also about fighting Galamsey, this will be a big test. Say one kasa committee, NAIMOS na wasete no. Timamufobi kobuomo, so montiasie. Hey! Who buso jani a fighting Galamsey, nya the oje bribe no. Where the match the aba. Why na ye owner of the Galamsey site? One, we should find this within 24 hours. Two, member of parliament no hono, onya aware na. How long has it been going on? If it is after a week, he cannot say so onya, won't me feign ignorance. Three, why na suma nipa no ba so mo bebuso jafo no. Four, e dia ne mo ema omo sa gas no so mo mbra kra me fight soldier for police station. Dia ne see police commander or hwidiem no, is he aware or not aware of the Galamsey activities or? Five, the MC or hwidiem no, onim se Galamsey kwaso ho. Six, Edientina nipa na yedu mobile police station hono. Why na Sunday signal ko kro so? 7. Nipa ya chi omo se omo ba so mbebu soja for no. Die ne ye aye omo asa this morning. 8. Mampanyin ne Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Se omo ntumi fa wey enye scapegoat. They should forget about the fight against Galamsey. 9. Soja for no ye bo mabaso so omo koye oman tutu, but e dia ne the next line of action ombeko kromo akọ round di omo nyina apa na omo je amasem nada. 10. The MP for the area does not need to stay beyond 48 hours.
Ebenezer Kwaku Aduminim say baby owo bia I so availing ho for scrutiny because Saudia bembia from all divide one kasa won crofo kra no omo one political party accuse you say you are neck deeper na say yen ayeti abonten kan ye beka bi say ene na enokre but yentimi nya dance mfiri mu nti no whatever role a wososo wo mu no ma yen hunu
because we dey obi mami wo hwidiem.
Okay.
And yeah, area a reporter war ahafu na ye nene nkasa before say beto aso na asem no ehiame ye pa mahu se messages ne bi ba ye ni enkomo emfa ho sisi a.
Okay.
Ye hwese se benya obi ho na yetimi ne na di enkomo e wo ha sisi a. Oh, na Regiway. Sorry afri ho. Okay. Mekoshidim aba anopai enye easy go Galamsey no asema ekoso no adia mawe ho papa uhwe de omode sojafo ne fa so TV de so a kire se bibia ni hwa ebema mampanyi atimi akase wo fight Galamsey na ono a oh
shebra wo mu enti when na zongo chief no kan no
almost say no
o say chire no nyina
ono e ma ka na sojafo ni sizi no youth no so mbebu sojafo no so man release ya ti o mo sojafo no ka so me de by de o mo say ni nyina o mo bo head of NAIMOS operation o mo bo no
wow
soja ni no
ena we no so si abo a enya se bia de ensa prepare wo
o mo bo no mo do o mo so mbeku o mo ese de o hodo no
enti okon no se aban na ne hwan ko kokro na yese wo mo niema no a aban ni abre se obebo wo mo ajapade ho ban no kro no na se wo mo ne fighters na queen enti se he no fo aban ne hwan no na ko asa de wasi kromu a woni ko ama obi na nipa na wo ko ama no no ono so so fight wo enti se aban ne hwan na fight na kwa Galamsey ni kro no e na aban so gina baabi se sa na fight na kwa ye
Erastus Asaredon report or said the MP led the tax to attack the director of NAIMOS and his team during their operation. For parliamentarians may shield him, but we must call them out. Any party member who doesn't support the president's agenda is a traitor. Erastus Munche said we have to go there. Yet me fighting.
Now say Jifagunu so Abeposibi a picture
Director of Operations of NAIMOS attacked by tax led by the sitting member of parliament. This is the reporter Erastus said also while traveling along the Gosu to Hwidiem Highway, The director's attention was drawn to an excavator engaged in mining along the roadside. In the MP, no, we'll cry a ground for a removal.
Yes.
So the offer. Roadside, the team diverted to the location and apprehended several individuals actively mining. The director instructed the suspect to refill the pits they had dug to prevent further environmental degradation. The director then ordered one of the arrested persons to call the site owner. The first individual to arrive identified himself as a Defense Intelligence (DI) representative from the Ahafo region. Shortly after, an individual named Alex arrived in a Toyota RAV4, arrogantly claiming ownership of the site. Another man arrived later in a Range Rover and was also arrested. While at it, the NAIMOS Field Task Force set ablaze shelters used as offices and shelters by the illegal miners. A search of the suspect's vehicle led to the shocking discovery. The team found one Smith & Wesson West pistol and 2 pistol magazines, 21 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 12 assorted mobile phones, 12, a black side bag, cash amounting to 11,000 Ghana cedis, and 1 power bank and Lexus ignition key. While arrangements were being made to convey the suspect to Whittier police station, Member of Parliament, Member of Parliament for Situfi North, Ebenezer Kwakwado, arrived at the scene with several tags.
Wow.
The MP indicated that he was sent by Honorable Collins Dauda, MP for the area, and demanded that the director releases the arrested kingpins, including a Burkinabe, immediately and remove their handcuffs, arguing that he did not want the locals to see them in handcuffs. The director politely declined and the unlawful request, maintaining that the arrests were appropriate and the right procedure should be followed through the police station. Subsequently, the MP and the thugs became violent and forcefully snatched the handcuff keys from one of the soldiers and took the handcuff off the kingpins before chasing the NAIMOS team while going to the police station. Upon arrival at the Whittier police station to lodge a report and hand over the suspect and exhibit, a crowd of about 600 from Whittier and nearby communities surrounded the station. The mob, incited by the Honorable Kwakwado, demanded the immediate release of the arrested suspect and seized the vehicles. They warned that they would discipline the soldiers if the demands were ignored. The situation quickly turned more violent. The director of the operations, Toyota Hilux pickup, was vandalized. That's a director in the car, and the mob threatened to burn down the police station, even when the MP was reminded to call his mob to order. The tense standoff created a serious threat to life and property, placing immense pressure on both the director of operations and the police officers. Responding to a distress call, the chief Supo, Prince Odum Kodia, the Ahafo regional crime officer, led 15-member regional task force headed by the inspector Ofosu to reinforce the local police. They were supported by Superintendent Joseph Atanga, the divisional commander of Goso, and Yamua from Kenyasi and other senior officers. Even with the reinforcement, the atmosphere remained extremely volatile. The Zongo chief of Whittier, Alhaji Mohammed Bashiru Zakaria, stepped in and appealed to the crowd to remain calm. However, as night approached and power went out, tension heightened further. To prevent further bloodshed, a joint decision was made by the police, military, and Zongo chief to release the keys of the seized vehicles in order to calm down the crowd. The Zongo chief offered his Toyota Sequoia 4x4 to evacuate the colonel. The director of operations and his officers, another team to safety at the NAIMOS site in Kenya under police escort. During the evacuation, the soldiers were physically attacked and the chief's vehicle rear windscreen was shattered. Thankfully, no injuries were recorded. The director of operation described the MP's action as influencing the release of the suspect as unfortunate and serious obstruction to NAIMOS operations, and emphasized that the fight against illegal mining requires all citizens, especially influential figures in society, to act on the side of the law, not to shield them. Meanwhile, NAIMOS officials, including the director, were safely escorted out of the chaotic situation. MP no and the Kofa Sadi.
Ma wo say Erica J nso abedi yawo CEO NEP Erica J.
I say NDC for no kasa fire MP no say ye no.
Yes, also we di no ho
ya obi ana. The bia mun fidie.
Me asemo. And connected the amumfa microphone nimra metai na na efiri ye no nyene. Ye so am blast we. It me ye.
Okay, Reggie, you to aswe na yenko. Ye try see e be ko hwidie because asabu ene hia ye. Member of Parliament or no NDC member of Parliament wakwa for so soldier for match Galamsey for say ye omo. But monye machine ma me. Ye ntimi nya call the azet ye.
Mon front last speaker na mon fama we.
Debi afia be bi edu. But mon connect ma me.
En connect.
Mon connect kwan bi e be fa so bia say ye na mon connect ma ye nya call. Trepi garlic mesha atna say afi na niema ne tutu me be ko hwidie ma babate en kona ye ne trepi garlic mesha